1, it's recording, so you can start.
Okay. Do you want to introduce? Well, start off, Colton.
1 second, hang on. Okay. I thought you were going to take short.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
you go ahead and start it
Right.
off.
So, you ready?
Yep.
Right.
Get on with it!
um. Right. So, hello everybody who is currently watching. For those who are new or unsure, we're just going to introduce ourselves. So, I'll start off, then Colton, then Tristan, and then we'll sort of talk about the topics we're going to be talking about after that. So, first off, I am Colton. No, I'm not Colton. Um, I am Aaron slash Kosif. Um, I am the creator of Molior RS, and I've been working. Well, I started the project about 2010 to 2011. It was one of those dates. So the project's been going on for that long. Um, my original intentions were just to make. Well, I just started off with like making Lumbridge in Neverwinter 1, which I achieved. Um, and then I was getting subscribers, sort of like now and then everybody was like, "Hey, when can I play this?" I'm like, "There's only one area, and it's Lumbridge." So it got me thinking to sort of like, okay, why don't I sort of like make something playable where you could go around skilling and killing monsters and all that. And since that, I've been trying to do that, and people have started to help me along the way, such as Colton.
Yep. I joined in 2013 after seeing one of your videos asking for multiplayer help. And then I tested that and we got it to work. And then my first big project assisting you was probably the Dragon Slayer. So yeah, that's pretty much how I started off.
I remember that
And then
multiplayer
oh
help.
yeah,
Sorry, Tristan. um,
I'm Tristan. Hello, and I came in 2014, and I've been programming for a while, and well, I was able to understand the language, and I actually started off making the quests, and I made three of the quests that you play in the game today,
Cool beans.
and yeah, we did it. Introduction complete.
do you want to say which quests you did?
Oh, Cook's Assistant was the first one. Um, the second one was The Restless Ghost. Um, then Prince Ali's Rescue, and I actually made Osman. And that was kind of I made Osman and
Kelly,
the
I think her name.
ghetto chick, that ghetto chick um, that you make the key from. I made her, and I kind of enjoyed doing that. And then hmm, I
Did you
think those
mention
are the only
Vampire
three.
Slayer?
Oh yeah, and Vampire Slayer. Those are the so I did four quests so far.
Sweet.
That's cool. Right, that was 4 minutes. So, Colin, do you want to go on to the next topic?
Yeah, explain the current status of Molior RS. Currently, we are in the sixth version of the game. It was recently updated. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, that's the status of it. There's not really much else to talk about other than that, I guess. Do you want to say
Um,
something?
I would say the a lot of people keep asking like when can I play it, or is it, or if it's playable.
You're kind of cutting out.
Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, I had to mute my mic.
All right, that's
Somebody
fine.
wanted something quick in my house. Yeah, so sorry about that. So people keep asking, like, when's it playable? And it's like, guys, have you not seen my gameplay videos? So I thought I'd just like quick well, not demonstrate, of course, but sort of like explain like what's doable. Um, you can surprisingly sink a crap ton of hours. You'd think from, say, like on my perspective, personally, I've been working on it for about 5 to 6 years now, and you wouldn't think I'd find any entertainment from playing it because I know like every nut and cranny around the module. So like, if I were going to do a quest, I know exactly where to go. But surprisingly, over those course of 5 years, and say like you got people like Triston and Colton who add content, where especially Triston who like made requests. So when I was doing quests like Vampire Slayer, it was completely new to me, and it was honestly fun. So getting up back on point, you can pretty much kill monsters. The leveling system hasn't been really worked on yet. So like, is it too fast to level up or is it too easy? I've tried to judge that from my single player account. I'd say I've probably put into about 40 hours on my single player, and it's only level 8. I was doing quests, killing goblins and monsters and skilling, getting food and all that. So, sort of like a TLDR, you can do combat, you can do skills, you can do quests. They aren't the like final perfect version, but you can do a lot of gameplay and playable stuff in it. You can pretty much see Colton doing it right now.
Yeah.
You're doing the tutorial island.
I failed at lighting logs because I'm a failure. But down to the cook's place.
Tristan, how would you feel about playing it? Because you haven't been you haven't been with us as long, and I would say project's sort of relatively newish to you.
Yeah, it is. I've enjoyed what I've played so far, and I mean, the best part about it is anyone's free to add their own content. And, that's how the game grows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Over the
Let's say
sorry.
yeah, the most fun I've had was exploring the areas. I tried making my own areas, but they weren't as impressive, I'd say.
Yeah, it is a little bit hard to start making places if you've not really used the toolset.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag Wizard Tower.
When I was working on Neverwoods
That was
Nights
OP.
1, I found out I had Neverwoods Nights 2. The first time I tried to use Neverwoods Nights 2, I literally had no idea how to put down a tree, and there was no tutorials online. So I was like, yeah, screw this, I'm just going to go back to working on Neverwoods Nights 1. I'm trying to find yes, here it is. I made a post on the Facebook group on the 9th of June, and no, it was with Jeremiah, and this is no lie. We spent literally 6 hours walking around the entire project.
Holy shit.
And this was only to play. There's a picture on Facebook. I think it was. We spent a lot of time in one area, so like Jeremiah ran to like Varrock. He was going in like every single shop and building. I gave him some money, so he was buying a lot of gear. But we, especially for Jeremiah, who he was a fan at the time, and we'll probably talk about it more later on. But of course, he was a fan at the time, and this was all completely new to him. And me and him easily sunk 6 hours into it. I want to see his comment. Oh yeah, I think we spent like 30 minutes trying to beat up chickens. It was really fun just to see like reaction of his like responses to all the areas because like every area was like holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. It was really nice to see. So 6 hours well spent.
I just had the mining thing issue again, the crash.
All right. Um, I've contacted Jason on about it. So, and the things he was saying about the dialogue file, it may be due to that. So we'll just see our response. It's a very rare bug. Normally, I find it happening, say like once I load up my single player, and it happens once. So when I reload it again, I find it never happens again for like a few good hours. But I always try to export my account before mining.
Yeah.
I want to add that when I joined the team and started making things using the tools, that I was convinced right away that you can do anything with this program, and there's really no limitations because of the hacks and overrides and all the. It's pretty much open to any modification.
Yeah.
That you want to do. You just have to put in a little time, and you don't really need any experience. You just need to put in the time. Eventually, it comes.
Well, that's true in most cases. But like we've had to certainly use a lot of backdoors and stuff like that. It's really complicated. A lot of stuff. We've repurposed tons of objects and stuff like that. It's just a lot of work.
It's that's surprisingly one of the funniest things viewers slash fans try to catch us on. It's like especially on the early stages of the YouTube channel when like I first uploaded a clip to Chris Archie. Well, after that, of course, there was a lot of like, you're sort of like cheating because none of these buildings are yours. So it's like, yeah, we know that, and I've never claimed that it's, I've made all these buildings and houses, and it is sort of like cheating because, well, it is and it isn't because it is because it's not our own and we get sort of like making work faster, but it isn't because it's logical. I've began to notice a massive trend in RuneScape now. It's either because it's laziness or they don't have not. It's either laziness or they sort of like it's just sort of like smart to cut corners. But a lot of new content they're making is pretty much reused stuff. So I'm not quite sure. Triston, I know you play old school, and Colton, I'm not quite sure you've done it, but one of the new Grandmaster quests they brought out, you go on this small island where like the Fremnik Relica is and all that, and they used the Barrow tombs to make a cave. And when you went inside, it was like exactly like a Barrow's, like the walls and all that. It was like, that's obviously like just they copied and pasted it and just changed the visuals and like the color and all that. And it's happening a lot, especially in bosses as well, because there's a lot of boss techniques which have the same like animations of the bosses.
Yeah.
But it's something people try to catch us out on. It's like, hey, you're not using your own stuff. That's bad. We're like, we've never claimed it to be.
The project would not exist if we had to make our own stuff. Partially, well, I guess 100% because that would be illegal. We'd have to use something like Unity or Unreal, and then
Oh
Jagex
yeah.
would then sue us
Oh, sorry.
for copyright.
It would. The project would definitely exist, but we would spend about a month trying to make Lumbridge Castle in Blender. Then we'll probably spend about 3 months trying to import it into Neverwinter Nights 2.
Yeah.
And then, say like we've been working on it for 5 years, and say we've been doing that for ages, we would only have like Lumbridge and Varrock built. So you couldn't, unless you wanted to be some crappy sphere with shitty animations trying to kill a pill-shaped monster. You'd want to use something like Neverwinter Nights 2, which it does everything for you, but you still got to put a shit ton of work into it. So we got about 4 minutes left on this topic, the current state of Molior RS.
Do you guys think that at any point it would go into well, I know you use these backdoors, and well, I haven't seen them. But do you think it could become its own
No comment.
kind of thing?
Do you mean like a standalone?
No, never mind.
Yes, I think that's what he's talking about.
Um,
Alright, here's the thing. We might as well talk about this now because
Yeah.
we're going to be answering tons of questions and stuff, and let's just skip over that now. So, standalone. Yes, it's a possibility. No, the chances are very slim because we'd have to get licensing from Atari and Jagex. Atari has not been answering our emails and stuff for like 2 years now, so chance of Atari is pretty much zero. Jagex, we have been kind of corresponding with a few of the mods there, but nothing's really happened from that. So that's the answer to that. Do you guys want to add anything? I pretty much covered it.
You were supposed to say, "Don't get me started on Jagex."
Oh yeah, don't get me started on Jagex.
Because they'll say they'll email us the next day. They don't for 2 weeks. And then they'll say they'll do it again. But
Yeah.
It feels like we don't have any impact at all on like. I don't want to sound really cheesy. Say like we don't have any impact on the world. So like we aren't important or big enough for Jagex to take notice and discuss like legal terms and all that. We're very compared to Atari. Well, what Atari used to be, because now they're like bankrupt. Yeah, I'm just going to call them bankrupt. No further. We're not. Like, we got 1,000 subs, but I'd say once we get like multiplayer up and people are seeing that the game's playable and possibly fun, we'll start like growing then. And then once we get to say like 10k subs on YouTube and we're uploading daily and we got like say 100 people on our server, I think then Jagex and Atari will notice that we're actually something. Because what was it? It was on Reddit. Somebody made a post saying that the projects. It was actually really recently as well. Somebody made a post saying like, "Hey, these guys are remaking RuneScape in another game, blah blah blah," and somebody goes, "Yeah, it looks nice, but there's no way they're gonna keep up with it." It's like, well, obviously that guy's new because he wouldn't have said that in realizing we've been working on it for like 5 years and we have the entire not pay to play, free to play with skills, monsters, and all that.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe it's the same with Jagex and Atari and all the other companies we've contacted. I know some JMods have commented on the project saying like it's good, but maybe they don't see us like we're serious enough to sort of like make it fully happen, you know?
And the next topic is the future of
Oh yeah, we've run out of time on
game.
that topic.
So yeah, but the next topic ties in with what we were just talking about. All right, So you wanna introduce the next topic?
Sure. So the next topic is what's our future plans? Yeah, pretty much what's our future plans for Molior RS. Do you want to start, Tristan?
Well, we probably should have sat down and, talked about what we want to do. I kind of want to, I kind of want to make the interfaces more like RuneScape, where you can right-click on objects and
Oh yeah.
use them on other objects. But that's not something Neverwinter Nights supports, so you'd have to find some backdoor way of doing that. And well, my goal for this next update is to go through what we've done and polish it, make sure it's fun, no quality control, and
Yeah.
um, write some code here and there.
I guess we could talk
Kind
about.
of start researching more on. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Uh,
It's fine.
I wanna kind of research more on hacks and see what other people's games have that I could incorporate.
Yeah. I don't mean to butt in, but there's one guy who's he needs testers, and I volunteered for the sheer fact that I just want to see how other people's campaigns play. I know he has like something which is like 90% first person, so that might be something cool to look into.
Yeah.
But I also want to elaborate on hacks because I'm sure people are confusing that. It's a Neverwinter Nights term, which pretty much just means it's a mod. So we're not like hacking Neverwinter Nights 2 or anything. Hack just means a mod.
Yep. Pretty much.
I don't think we've fully discussed like the future. We've said like sort of like it would be cool if we could do this next and like update
Yeah.
2 and 3 and 4.
We gotta talk about the wilderness, multiplayer, and members. So let's talk about the wilderness first, since that's what you're working on right now.
Okay. The wilderness would be update 2. It's a relatively small but impacting update. So wilderness is sort of like an iconic place in my opinion. When I was a noob, I was honestly scared of that area because it was very intimidating and for obvious reasons. It's the wilderness sort of speaks for itself. It's sort of like we haven't really sort of looked over PvP, so it's like the first place where you can actually start to PvP. So I don't want to talk about multiplayer just yet because I'm sure Colton's going to be doing that in a minute.
Yeah.
But it is honestly just you're going to be going around. There's some new monsters. At the moment, there's green dragons at the places where they normally are. The west spot, the east spot, and there's about 4 of them south the lava maze. There's red dragons at the Red Dragon Isles, and there's black dragons in the whatchamacallit. It doesn't have official name in RuneScape, but I've called it the Lava Cavern. It is pretty much it's really unpopular as well, a really unpopular spot because it isn't really useful because it only has greater demons and black dragons, but where the chest is to open the muddy key, there's a ladder going down and there's black dragons there. But it's really nice to see these huge, well not huge, but these like high level bosses and well not bosses, monsters. I'll get onto bosses in a second. Coming into the game because at the moment the only strongest monster in the game is a lesser demon. Now we have stuff like greater demons in how one's made, but they aren't actually in the game because there's no greater demons in free to play, excluding the wilderness, of course. but now you got like greater demons, hellhounds, and dragons, and you're gonna need like an anti-dragon shield and all that stuff, and they're gonna be really cool to fight because they are. Um, Even if you can't see them in the wilderness, you can hear their footsteps thumping. It is really cool in an eerie atmosphere.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, that sounds awesome. I can't wait to
on
explore it.
onto bosses. I'm currently working on the members area of the wilderness, so like the maze arena, the wilderness agility course, the deserted keep where like the chaos element roams. So I am looking to add King Black Dragon first, the chaos element. I have a custom boss planned already, and I was thinking we could have like a community plan a boss or like design a boss where you know fans from YouTube and Facebook could say, hey, why couldn't there be like a giant fire giant in the wilderness which drops a dragon two-hander, and they could design like its mechanics and all that.
We got a follower, or hang on, let me check. All right, yeah, you can continue. I'll get all the Twitch alerts.
Okay, so I don't want to talk again because it includes the multiplayer. But the King Black Dragon, the Chaos Elements, they aren't going to be your typical like bosses in RuneScape. Well, they are, but I'm going to infuse more of their tactics. So, say we're King Black Dragon in RuneScape. It has three heads. It sometimes freezes you. It sometimes poisons you, and it sometimes not quite sure what the fire one does. Maybe just does more damage. But that's pretty much it. You know, it's not any cool effects. So maybe I could have it so like the King Black Dragon in Molior RS. It's in this cave, so it could like do a massive roar and then shoot fire. Well, make like the walls crumble and start making like fire shoot out the ground. And if you're standing on that fire, it's going to damage you. So you're going to be really sort of like the boss is going to be really tactical, and maybe the chaos element can act like RuneScape, where it's like unequipping your gear and all that, and like teleporting
Is that
you
even
around.
possible?
Um,
The black dragon things you're doing?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's crazy.
it's something which ties into multiplayer. It's it's a mod which is it's a plugin this time, so it's sort of like a mod, but it's a plugin. Um, it allows you to create sort of like boss fights. So the guy who's helping us, he created it, of course. He created like the loot plugin, the spawn plugin, and the AI plugin we use. He has a boss one, so he has a demonstration which is pretty much like it's a boss fight. You fight him when he gets to like 50% HP. He goes off to regenerate his health, and he's summoning skeletons. But you can do a lot more stuff with like stuff like that. But yeah, you can like I'm gonna try and make the King Black Dragon have like 4 phases. So like, unfortunately, I can't give him like 3 heads, but I'm still gonna make him do like the 3. He could stun you, he could poison you, he can do fire attack, and then he can melee you. So maybe his poison, he shoots out like an AOE, and if you're standing on that poison, it's gonna hit you and say like, not quite sure about. I don't go so much into detail. um, so that's my 5 minutes up on my wilderness. Triston, do you want to talk about the members? And so I know you probably won't have much knowledge about it, but I know you've been working on like mounts, and do you think you want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, I have found someone who's done it. It's kind of shaky, and I'm gonna be working on well, kind of extra content, extracurricular content like mounts, or maybe members can own their own ships and have people as crew. on those ships instead of just sail from here to Karajima. You're actually sailing there. And, things
That
that
would
would
be
really
cool.
help the experience. Just whatever comes to mind. I mean, the world is my canvas.
Yeah. All right. So multiplayer. We're currently working with a guy on that. He's very experienced in uh multiplayer stuff. Persistent worlds, to be exact. Um, the estimated arrival time of multiplayer would probably be around the end of August. We're gonna do testing in mid-August, and then that'll be the next big update and stuff. We can only hold about 30 people per server, and we only have one server right now. So we have our Patreon open if people want to donate there. That's how we'll pay for more servers. Cause, yep, sucks. Um, I think that's all for. Oh, we have to talk about members and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could elaborate on members. I think members will be more towards update 4. So update 1 is already out. It's runecrafting. You got Xanaris, Lost City, Intrana, and
Patches.
a crap ton of improvements. You can all read up on that. Update 2 is the wilderness, like I was just talking about. Update 3, we would hopefully have multiplayer out by then. And we're going to do a lot of revamping of like the quests. We're not going to change the whole entire quest. The quests are going to be the same, but we're going to make like more improvements, like possibly voice acting. The journal interface is a lot more clean and easier to understand. Um, a lot more like animations and improved. So like say the Demon Slayer, for example, if a moment um, it's really dodgy on how Dalrith spawns, and with the new plugins from the multiplayer, we can make like some really cool animations and like rituals and all that stuff in proper boss fights. So update 4 would probably be sort of opening the gates to members, but not like don't expect to be entire members. So on update 4, and you're in Falador, don't expect to run all the way to, let's say, Underground Pass and trying to think of some other obsolete members area. Or obsolete, sorry.
That's not
Oh yeah,
obsolete. Still, it's not done yet. It's not even in
yeah.
progress or anything. That's like a year or two away. It's a lot of stuff.
Really, yeah, I'd say about 40 years. I would say update 4 would probably be I want to say Tavily and Berthorpe and maybe all of Trollheim. Trollheim is sort of like a dead end area, so like I know you can actually, there's like one shortcut to get into Relica, but say Tavily and Berthorpe, and with that you got like the Tavily dungeon, you got monsters in that. You got White Wolf Mountain. You got a lot of new quests from Berthorpe and Tavily, and with that we can like slowly introduce the skills of like herb lore, thieving, and all that farming as well. And I'm trying to remember all the pay-to-play skills. Jesus Christ, my head's just gone blank on the pay-to-play skills. Maybe summoning and all that stuff.
Sailing, definitely, yeah.
That was what Triston was on about with getting like people to sort of like get buy ships and sail to like Karimanjar.
That'll be topic 5. So in like 20 more minutes we can talk about that kind of stuff.
Okay. I'm just gonna check on time. We got 5 minutes more.
Alright.
Yeah, so with members, we're gonna release it chunk by chunk. we don't want it to be like sort of like dead content straight away. I know that's sort of like a weird phase for it. But if we're gonna release Tavley and Burthorpe, let's say like, well, we don't want to release like all the members areas we have at the moment because we have quite a large amount of members area. The one members area I'm working on at the moment is the Tree Gnome Stronghold. So say if I still haven't completed that um, until we have like update 4 comes out, I'm not going to release like an area which you can't do anything in it. You know, there's no skills, there's no monsters, there's no quests, shops, interiors, and NPCs and all that stuff. So we want the members area. Well, just my opinion, of course. We want the members areas to be completely usable and doable. If that makes sense, of course.
Yeah.
We could pretty much wrap up that topic there. There's
Okay.
not a lot we can discuss.
Yeah. All right. Next topic is, I guess, what is everyone working on? So, basically, what are we doing right now, progress-wise? I guess I'll start. I'm going to start the duel arena in a couple days here. So that's sort of my thing. It's not really much to talk about here. What about you, guys?
Tristan, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna be working on quality control. Since I haven't played the game in a while, um, I'll be playing it, and then whatever I think is fun, I'll go back and.
Yeah. Along with that, we have
Shit.
Jeremiah is our quality assurance tester, so he basically tests everything out to see if it works right, and then if it doesn't, he'll let us know. That's his job.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah. And I'd also be if you guys need anything programmed, I'm always here for it. And another thing is well, I would be on the content that I would want to be adding is I would want to be doing the concepts for mini games. I would go about some of my favorite ones were like the Sorcerer's Gardens for thieving, and I would want to also add cutscenes
Oh, that'd be awesome.
in the quests that need cutscenes. Yeah, and I've already gotten started with that. I've been doing research on those,
Sweet.
so I feel pretty confident about getting some decent quality.
That'll be very handy. Yeah, we need that. What about you, Aaron?
I am, relatively speaking, a jack of trades. I work on everything. So I'll try to describe everything if I can. First off, I pretty much work on, well, currently what I'm working on, like, as this minute, it is the wilderness. I was deciding if I wanted to carry on with this or not. I know that sounds bad because it sounds like I'm ignoring the wilderness. Wilderness is close to complete, but it's only the free-to-play wilderness. So there's no the deserted keep, the agility course, and the major arena and all that. The only thing I'm waiting to do is I want to make a D&D by the Edgefield border, and obviously the bosses, but we need to wait till multiplayer's out before that. So at the moment I'm creating the deserted keep, which is the members area. It's the fortress, or well, what it is a keep. It's where the rogues are, and it's the hotspot of where the chaos element roams. So I'm just working on that right now. I'm just trying to get the sort of like scaling close to done. So it's sort of like relatively similar to RuneScape. I'm in RuneScape right now, so like measuring. It's about 50 squares from the sea to the wilderness. The like wooden fence which blocks the members and the pay-to-play wilderness. Apart from the wilderness, I am working on members. Like I said earlier, the members area I'm working on at the moment is the Grand Tree. It's taken me a few days. Actually, a few days isn't even close to it. It's taken me about 2 weeks to sort of like get everything laid out. It's actually not the Grand Tree, but the area is the Baxtarian Falls. So where you do the waterfall quest. In this area, it includes the waterfall itself, obviously. The Ardoing training grounds, where the ogres are behind the cages. And there's like a few houses around by the waterfall. But the major outskirt of the area is the Grand Tree. So what I've done is I've completely built the Grand Tree area and like all the tree houses and the Grand Tree itself. So when I actually do, it's inaccessible from the like waterfall area. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate the area and then change the size of the area and all that stuff. It's a good tactic we use to sort of like getting everything looking the same and all that. But in that area, I'm adding miscellaneous props to the houses in the Grand Tree. So, say there's a house in the Grand Tree Village, Stronghold, whatever it's called. I'm getting confused. So I'm just going to add like beds and chest of drawers and tables and all that and stools. It is funny to do because I'm basing it off a gnome size. So you aren't going to see like a gnome against a stool, and like the stool is pretty much the same size. So once, say, like there's a human player walking around a Grand Tree, they're going to see the stools and chairs and beds are going to be really small into comparison, say, like a house in Varrock and a bed in there and all that. But apart from that, so that's the members and wilderness. On my single player account, my gameplay on that's pretty much like a QA where I like test all the stuff. It's something you can't see statistics wise. So say if I looked at a goblin stats and say, okay, it's like 18 strength, is that good or bad? I actually have to go in game and sort of like kill goblins for a while and see if they kick my ass. And then, say if I equipped bronze, am I some sort of like invincible god against goblins? But obviously this isn't goblins, it's every single NPC in the game. It's something a lot of people has found. Well, Jeremiah found it because, like Colton said, he's a QA. Some things I do overlook by mistake, so the Blood Pact ritual quest, the skeletons were one-hit people, so I had to test it on my single-player account, and I had like iron armor at the time, so I thought, okay, maybe it's just because they're going in like bare hands and no armor, and I pretty much died as well because there's about 5 skeletons, and they were supposed to be level 1, but they had the stats of a level 7, which I completely overlooked, and of course it's fixed now, but I just pretty much go around fixing stuff. But when I'm not fixing, I'm like building stuff in the wilderness or building stuff in members. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Cool. Oh, while you were talking, I got a clue scroll. It says search close to the evil lurking in a city. So I'm thinking that's the chaos worshipper place in Varrock. Is that right? Maybe? No?
How did you know that? Do you not know how long I spent on these clues to make them tough? And you guessed it straight away.
Well,
good luck trying to find it in the place. But yeah.
I don't know.
One of my goals on my single player account is to get a clue scroll. So you do need to get reward on this live stream.
All right, yeah, I will. You gotta assist me with it, cause I've never done these before.
I'd like to interrupt for an emergency.
Hey, you're gonna do it yourself. No cheating.
No, I'm gonna die.
You guessed that first.
I have an emergency announcement.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
I'll go on.
So, Zazima just logged in. I need to go.
You did.
Thank
that is
you.
Nice. High five. Oh, question.
Oh my.
Rune crafting. Where do
Go
I go
on.
to start that? Rune Mysteries, right?
No, it is a custom quest because runecrafting is magic in RuneScape is built into runecrafting on Molior RS, so I had to completely the quest is the same in some sense of what it teaches, and like so you know you but it's completely different wise. I would say is to start it, go to the Lumbridge West, and that's all I'm saying.
All right. Are chickens OP still? I'm gonna
Yes.
kill one just to find out. I have a bronze plate. Yeah. They die in one hit. They're pretty low levels. Noobs.
I'm not sure how I was sounding then, but I think I was lagging.
Yeah. You
So
were just a little bit.
Sorry if I was sounding laggy. Okay. I forgot what we were on about now. Oh yeah, what we're working on.
Is Neverwinter by the same creators as Perfect World?
Sorry.
Created
It
by
reminds me of Perfect World. Whoever made Perfect World.
Perfect World.
no
don't
idea.
know. Yeah. Not Obsidian.
I'd have to Google that.
I'll look it up too. Arc Games.
No, it's not.
No, probably not.
It has a similar style.
It's probably.
Yeah.
I found another clue scroll. Jeez. Oh, it's the same one.
How?
So maybe I'll get two prizes.
You got 2 clues.
Yeah, 2 clues. It's the same one too.
What's the other clue say?
It's the same one as the other
Really?
one. So yeah. This should be interesting.
That
Let's break
that is
the
Ah,
a
you got.
What?
that is a 1% chance of getting.
Damn. It was my third chicken kill.
Go for this one. I want to see.
Oh, this is exciting. I better export my character.
Like an AGS.
Oh, Dragon Daggers exist, right? In this now? Because you added, Xanaris, right? So,
Oh yeah,
I could technically
a
get
dragon dagger.
dragon armor. Well, I mean, weapon, but yeah, still.
Y-
It would take forever. It would take
Dragon
weeks.
dagger and a dragon longsword.
Alright, cool. They use, the RuneScape 2 icon, which is the best icon.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess next topic. We're at 49 minutes here.
Oh yeah.
The next one is... You go ahead and do that. Skills and stuff. Uh-oh. Disconnection.
Hello?
I am back.
Alright, cool. There was a lot of static for the last couple minutes of that.
Oh. I just want to make a quick announcement.
Go for
I'm
it.
currently changing my broadband, so I contact my broadband with one app currently, sort of like go away. Surprisingly, we still have broadband. Well, internet, I mean. Um, but I am improving my internet here by 6 times. It is the second best. It's the best provider, but the second best package. But this means I'll be able to upload videos a lot more often and longer videos, and of course I won't be lagging on podcasts. But I think this lag is due to the fact that they're trying to sort of like transfer the internet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is actually happening on the 5th of August. So very soon I'll be getting new internet.
Cool. All right. Next
Don't
topic.
get Comcast.
You're really
Um,
quiet, Triston. You may want to boost up your audio there.
How about now?
That's better.
Okay.
do you want me to read the new topic?
Yep.
So the new topic, well, not a new topic, the next topic, it is what type of skills and such will we be adding. So I think for this, we can say 2 skills each, what we would like to add and why. So this could be, say, RuneScape skills, obviously, but say like what Tristan was on about earlier, say like possibly sailing. So what skills? At the moment, just keep them to RuneScape. So don't say something like necromancy or I don't know. Trying to think of
I got first.
anything possible.
Okay. I'm doing farming. I'm gonna
Okay.
do farming and number 2. Which one? Hunter. Farming and hunter.
Why would you want to add those?
Well, because farming is I do that in real life.
Oh really?
enjoy it.
Oh yeah. I totally forgot you were talking about it not earlier, but a week ago or so.
Yeah. I feel like I can do it if I might make it so that you could just like forage for things too, and
Oh,
that would
yeah.
count toward farming.
Herblore.
Um,
Farming. That'd be fun.
For forging. Forging would be cool for herblore, but and for farming, of course, because that's sort of like relative. Why would you add hunting though?
Yeah. So I'll take those. Hunting. It was just the third one I saw. You know, you've got birds flying around, so maybe
Oh yeah.
you can make it kind of interesting.
Colton, what about you?
Skills that exist currently that we don't
Yeah,
have yet.
RuneScape.
Uh,
They have to be member skills, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah.
So skills we haven't done.
Summoning definitely. And Slayer. Slayer would be fun.
So why would you do summoning first?
Summoning because you could make pets and shit appear.
Well, obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously.
How would you think it would impact the game though?
We'd have a lot more people playing because people like stuff like that. And it's more of like a customizable thing. So, also I can't find the Chaos Temple. It's not here.
It is the southeast. It looks like a normal building door entrance.
Okay.
It is by a warehouse. Let me refresh the stream so I can see
All right.
where you're close. Oh, and I'm gonna sneeze soon. So what would you add Slayer?
Slayer, it would add tons of playtime and stuff like that. The replay value It'd be so
close
high.
combat.
Um,
Slayer would be very fun too. Hunt stuff down. I don't have like a good reason why, but just
it would,
just
You could
believe
probably
me when I
mix
say
in
it would
Slayer
be
with
fun.
Hunter. I mean,
yeah, what Tristan said.
oh, hey, you could probably mix Slayer with summoning. So if you have a higher summoning level, you could take the Slayer monster as a follower.
That would be really cool.
I
That's
would play that.
something I'd like to do for summoning, where you're summoning actual monsters in the game. Whereas RuneScape, it's like you're level 3 summoning, and you're summoning a snail. It's like, what would you summon a snail? I'd like to summon a goblin, which like acts like a goblin you fight around Lumbridge, but it's like your companion and it fights for you.
Yeah, it could attack other players.
And say like, imagine summoning a hill giant though.
Oh boy.
My two skills would be dungeoneering and um, dungeoneering and herblore. Um, Dungeoneering because there's something.
What? Your mic keeps
Oh,
cutting out.
did I lag?
Yeah, you lagged.
Yeah, it may be Skype. I would like to add dungeoneering and herblore, just to clarify that. I think dungeoneering would be fun because of it would add a lot more rewards, unique rewards. I mean, there's an item in Neverwinter Nights 2 which is called a bag of holding, and banks don't exist in Neverwinter Nights 2, and it would take me about a month, no lie, to make banks myself. Um, Probably be more than a month because I'd need to write every single item onto like a
I don't
list
think
and
we
all
should
that.
have this. I
We
think we
have
should have underground cellars.
we have banks that
Where you
store
just
your gold.
put your
Oh yeah, we have that, but that's gold.
Yeah, not actual
Weight is an
items.
issue in Neverwinter Nights 2, so like because the inventory is like 92 slots or something, so it's not going to be like RuneScape where you can run around. Well, not like RuneScape, but RuneScape is 28 slots, so you're not going to be running around in Molior RS and going to the King Black Dragon with like 92 lobsters in your inventory because that would be OP as hell. So we had to add like weight, so you can only carry like 28 items around that. So there's an item called the Bag of Holding, which acts like a small holder for items, obviously because of its name, but it weighs nothing. So I would honestly do like, say if it was Dungeoneering was in game right now in Molior RS, I would like to do some Dungeoneering until I get like enough tokens until I can unlock a Bag of Holding, because I do a lot of smithing and mining and you can't carry that much stuff. When I was playing off camera, I smithed about 20 steel maces, and Colton and Tristan, do you know how you're overcumbered? You walk really slow.
Yeah.
I walked that speed from Dwarven Mine to Falador.
Oh my
It took
god.
me about 20 minutes, no joke. And I wanted to do it because I was going to make like 10k profit. But say if I had a bag of holding, it would be really cool to have. And maybe there's like some other stuff we could add onto Dungeoneering, like we could add like longbows, crossbows, and say like Bravite weapons. I wouldn't add anything like I would add stuff like which benefits your gameplay. Maybe like teleporting to some sort of like location. So say I could teleport to Wizard's Tower, teleport to Ribbing quite far off.
Yeah. We have lodestones and stuff
For
too.
herb lore, pretty basic. Oh yeah, lodestones are just teleports though. So like you, if I was going to use a Varrock teleport, I need runes, and it would teleport me to the lodestone. So it's not like RuneScape's lodestones where you can teleport everywhere for free. But for my skill choice of herb lore, it would be nice to see like random herb patches spawning in the rural areas, like um, like foraging with what Tristan said with farming. So you're walking around a forest and then you see like some Rana herb patch spawn, and you can like loot it for about 4 grimy herbs and stuff.
Hmm.
I like to add that stuff, and I think herb lore will just give you like an extra boost to combat as well as prayer. And I know you can get like skill potions as well, like fishing potions, so that would be cool as well. That's pretty much that topic done.
Cool. Oh, we were gonna talk about potential skills and stuff like that. Sailing, bounty hunter, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Uh,
Oh, your mic keeps being really choppy.
If we refresh again.
my internet is terrible, or it's Skype. Either one. I'm
Probably
not a fan
Skype.
of Skype.
Yeah, Skype's not very good. Google Plus. Oh yeah. Where's the helmet shop in Falador? You added one here?
Yeah, it should be marked on the minimap or the map in general.
Okay, hang on. Alright, cool. Thanks. Chainmail.
You know, it's for new skills. I think I think they would just come if we stay open to like when people play the game and they say, "Hey, it would be cool if this happened."
Oh yeah.
Something would eventually turn into a skill.
Yeah.
I can imagine sailing being one because, unlike
Oh yeah,
RuneScape where
that's
it's just a cutscene, it would be really cool if like you leave the Port Sarim dock and you sailing on the open sea, and then you see like Karamanjar and this large volcano appear before you, and all that stuff. And we could add like encounters, so we could add like pirates, or some sea monsters which attack your ship, and then you gotta like defend yourself. So we can add stuff like that.
Well, let's talk about Crandor. I know it's
Oh
off
yeah,
topic, but we should probably talk about this.
Crandor is amazing.
Yeah. Um,
I can imagine that being like update 7 or around that.
yeah.
I would say Crandor is heavily sailing based, because the original intention is that you sail to it first. And obviously, with the law changes, if anybody's unsure, Crandor is a large city, and you can do a lot of stuff. Colton, do you want to talk more about it?
Yeah, I worked on um, the Merchant's Quest, which basically you would um, buy stock and stuff and then sell it. You could have your own shops. You could have your own ship, buy mercenaries and stuff. Um, the quest line would lead up to where um, the dragon attacks and stuff like that. But we never got that far because we ended up working on something else. That was like a year ago too. It's a very long time ago. Um, it was the first quest that I had worked on, but yet it was really really cool because it was huge.
That's
um,
another thing. Perpetual attacks.
you worked on mercenaries, right, Aaron, and the sailor one?
Yeah. You could well, like Colin said, he made the merchants one. So there's a place where you could join like well, say like a job if you want to call it that. But depending on your character, you could do like whatever you want. And we attended to a lot of style based. So if you're a rogue, you could join like the thieves who lived in like the sewers. If you were more of a person who just likes to make money, then you could just be a merchant. If you like to fish and like stocked up on fish, you become a fisher. If you want to be if you like played as like some good guy, you could join like the guards and the militia. But yeah, I worked on the mercenaries. They aren't evil guys. They aren't good, so they're neutral. So if you were neutral, you could like join them and all that. But anybody can join them, of course. You don't have to be like just to be neutral to join them. The story consisted of like you joined the mercenaries who was getting attacked by pirates often on their HQ, and you would sail to their HQ yourself. It was sort of like an initiate, so if you could sail to their HQ, then that's like the first trial of entering. You would do a lot of tasks onto this stuff. It would one story was well, the story is pretty much they're trying to defend themselves against the pirate attacks because they're mercenaries, of course. They sort of like work for people. So say if somebody or well like hired the mercenaries to defend them doing something or to kill somebody, they would sail from their HQ, and obviously these pirates were growing in numbers. They were attacking the mercenary ships, and the mercenaries were just getting trouble from pirates, so they were trying to hunt down the HQ. And at one point, you would just respond to somebody on Twitch. You would just pretty much well, so it was a really, really long storyline. It was about 10 hours long from start to finish. You would sail to a island in the Eastern Lands in Runescape, which you can't access, but it's part of the player-owned ports. It was called Hanto, which is in RuneScape. It's called a island which is governed by a corrupt warlord who has sort of like stopped all trading of like foreign foods and like spice and all that, and it's just like where all the smuggling happens. So it's like, to my mind, obviously I was the mercenaries is completely custom, so I was like, this is a perfect place to have like a whatchamacallit, a pirate's HQ. So you would do a lot of stuff to sort of like plan and prepare. So you would go onto Crandor, go into an alchemy shop and like ask if they sell any explosives. You would sneak your way into Hanto. You would go in like the crypt and then the sewers. It was really in depth. So at one point you snuck into the crypt and the like an oldish man spots you and he's asking what you're doing. You can either kill him or let him go. If you kill him, he doesn't. I'll try and sort of like describe this as best I can. So, if you let him go, you continue into the crypt, and the further you get into a crypt, you're doing stuff, blah blah blah. You place explosives underneath the there's a castle on Hanto, which is believed to be the like where the pirates are, or pirate leaders are. So you're placing explosives underneath it, whereas it's like pillars and all that. And once you leave that, once you get back to where the old man is called guards. So he's like he's snitched on you. So if you kill him, he's dead, obviously. So it's a lot of multi-choice and different outcomes for everybody. And that was what all that quest was about. So if you did good with the mercenaries, the leader would pay you more. If you did bad, then I don't want to give... I'm sure I could give it away because no doubt I'm going to change a lot of it. But it was a point where if you did bad, like you kept failing every mission, the mercenaries would knock you out, then sail you off onto this deserted island. and you had to sort of like find a way to get off the island.
Yep.
And I think I spoke way too much about that quest.
Yeah, you really did.
It was really in depth. It took. We were working on like 6 months in total on Crandor, so we got a shit ton of work on it.
Yeah. All right. Next
Sounds
topic
pretty
is
in-depth.
yeah, yeah. Next topic is question and answers, but since nobody's asking on, I guess there's not
I
really
just
much
asked in
else.
Twitch, just in case.
Alright.
How's your clue going, by the way?
I never found the place where the worshippers were. So I went on exploring. So I just went back into the tool set. Gun duel arena.
All right, do you want to talk about Jewel Arena? Because I don't think you mentioned much about it. Just saying that you're working on it.
Yeah. So the duel arena, will be a separate module, which means that it is not a part of the project. So far we have our sight set on a round one, and then the classic square. The way this has to work is it's a little bit more straightforward than the RuneScape one, because you'll talk to a guy and he'll just throw you into a skills-based arena with other people. The max player limit is 10, but there's no like scripted places, so you can't choose like shields only and stuff like that. It's 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 a little bit rusty because there are some limitations of the tool set. It's just the way it has to be right now.
I would say that could be totally player designed because I think like the whole situation of like you just said like no shields or like no prayers and all that. I think that's mostly because of like staking. So staking, my personal opinion, I'm not a fan of it in RuneScape because it feels like it's a cheat to ignore like pretty much every single way of making money in RuneScape because you could double your bank in like one fight, or you could lose it in one fight. But for people who do win it, it's like you could go from, I'll say like people are playing the project in the hundreds, and we had staking. I wouldn't like it. Say like somebody had 10k and they somehow turned that 10k into 1 million gold, and you know they can buy like all the cool stuff like dragon equipment and all that.
Yeah. I guess that's pretty much it for this podcast. There's nothing else we have to
Yep.
talk about, right? All right, cool.
That's all the topics.
Yeah.
Go team.
In the future, just I'd say watch out for the more updates on the wilderness and multiplayer and all that stuff. Let me type something in chat quick. If anyone. Oh my god, I cannot type. There we go. So yeah, just watch out for the wilderness content. Added a teaser, which is actually, if anybody's seen it, it was zombies heading towards Edgeville. That is something completely custom I've made, and it's going to be like a tower defense game where you're sort of defending these guards who are sort of like, because in RuneScape it's very odd, and I'm talking about before the wilderness wall or ditch, whatever you want to call it now. It feels like I had to add more realism, so I wouldn't like to live on a house on the edge of the wilderness where there's like monsters and dragons and skeletons and all that stuff roaming around. So there's some sort of like defense against that, and there's zombies heading towards Edgeville, but there's like these guards who are sort of like defending it. So it's going to be a lot tower defense where if you don't kill the zombies are going to overrun like the guards and kill them and all that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You'll be able to plant down like barricades to block the zombies and all that stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but I'd say that's it.
Yep,
for the
that's it.
podcast.
All right, cool. Sweet. I'll
So-
stop it now. Did you want to say something?
Well,
All right.
no.
All right. It stopped streaming.